Namaskar. Hi dear friends and my dear viewers of Hetu Gyan channel. Today we shall be discussing a very interesting subject. Why I say this is interesting? Because many people take interest in knowing their future. That's why they go to the palmist, they go to the astrologers. Many people they show their hands to the palmist, to the hand readers, to the palm readers, to the horoscope man sitting on the street to tell about their future. On the other hand, there are some people they do not believe in this kind of palmistry or astrology. They say this is a fake practice, this is a fraud practice to cheat the people. So they decline it, they reject it. Then what is the truth? To know the truth, I'll request you to move along with me till the end of the video. I'll be discussing this topic at length, but I'll be dividing this entire discussion into three parts. First part would be history of palmistry. Second part would be mystery in palmistry. Third part would be science or pseudoscience that is behind palmistry. With regard to the history of palmistry, it goes without saying that this practice is very age-old, ancient, and it started in India. It moved to other parts of the world like Persia, Egypt, Japan, Korea, China, and very of late to the western part of the world also. When science was not developed, this practice actually originated because people were very curious to know their future. They are looking at the palms and the lines and they are trying to conjecture something, forecast something, foretell something. This is how this palmistry originated. But what are the assets? What are the means? What are the techniques? What are the procedures? What are the mechanisms? What are the methodology of palmistry foretelling? Yes. The palmistry, they look at the palms and the lines on the palms. In the view of the palmist, all the palms can be divided into four kinds. These are earth palms, air palms, water palms, and fire palms. These are the four elements of nature. And the earth palm, they are broad with coarse skin. The air palms are rectangular in size, having dry skin. The water palms are oval in shape, having clear skins. And the fire palms are square in size, having pink colored skins. And in the opinion of the palmist, the shape and size of the palms tell about the characteristics of the person. If you are having a water kind of palms, that means you are having or bearing that water characteristics. If you are having the earth type of palms, that means a broad palm and with coarse and rough skins, so you are having the characteristics of earth. That means magnificent, broad, patient, like that. What other things the palmist bank upon? They read the lines on the palms. They say there are major lines and minor lines. Major lines are heart line, head line, fate line, life line. And you know, lifeline says about the vigor, vitality, immunity, then longevity, etc. The headlines tells about your intellect, your wisdom. Then the fate line about your luck, fortune, and the heart line about your emotion, love, etc. etc. There are minor lines also like sun line, Mercury line, business line, Jupiter line, etc. etc. But here I want to tell you one thing. Very of late and recently, many of the palmists they are telling about the aim mark on your palm. What is this aim mark? That means that they look at your palm and find if two lines they crisscross at some point so that the English letter M is formed. That they say you are having M on your palm means you are a magnificent man. Very extraordinary man. This is how the palmists, they read your palm and the lines and tell about your future and fortune. This is our first part of discussion. Second part, we will move to the second part of our discussion, that is a mystery in palmistry. What is this mystery? Mystery, that means how do the people look at this palmistry? The Christian community, mainly the Catholics, they condemn this practice. They say it is not sanctioned in the Bible. Secondly, the Muslim people also, the Islam, that also condemns the divination through palm reading. But Hinduism promotes palmistry. It is available in all sections of the Hindu people. There are other category of people like the scientists, rationalists and skeptics. In the view of the scientists, palmistry is a pseudoscience. Why they say so? In their opinion, you cannot say there are only 4 types of palms when there are billions and trillions of people are each having a unique palm. They also say there are people who are palmless and handless. How to predict their future, how to foretell about them? They say there are people who are having 2 thumbs on the left hand or on the right hand. They say that these lines are the creases because of the folding, and these are natural to give you convenience in gripping, in clasping, in holding, and these are formed from the mother's womb. They also ask the palmist, okay dear palmist, if you are looking at the palm and saying something about a person's future, there are other lines also available on your body, like you can see on the wrist, there are lines. You can see on the elbow, you can find lines. You can see lines on your knee, at the ankle. So you do not read these lines and say anything about that man. So these are useless lines. This is how the scientists, they refute and reject palmistry having any kind of truth or validity or scientific basis or aadhar. We'll go to test or study the views of the rationalists or the skeptics. The skeptics and the rationalists, they challenge the palmistry also on the basis of reasoning. They say the palmists, they adopt some techniques to fool the people, to cheat the people, to hoodwink the people, to take a ride on the people's faith. How? They say the palmists adopt the techniques like cold reading, hot reading, rainbow reading, then shotgunning, then Barnuming. We'll discuss all these techniques one by one. First is cold reading. What is cold reading? This is a kind of technique through which the palmist collects the information, gets the clue from the client by discussing, by observing. If a client is sitting before the palmist and the palmist observes what kind of client he is, how he is talking, what is his attire, how is his accent, whether he is a blue-collared man or a white-collared man, then he can predict about that man, about his man's stature or locality. This is called cold reading. Then the hot reading. Hot reading is another technique through which the palmist collects the prior information about his client. How? There are various means like your Facebook profile, your Twitter handle profile, your Instagram profile, or by discussing with your friends or relatives, or by engaging an agent outside to talk to the clients first, then and give prior information to the palmist to make trade or business out of it. This is called hot reading. Third kind of technique is rainbow reading. Rainbow, you know, it's a mixture of color. Here, rainbow reading means the palmist would say certain things, make utterances which are, bitter and sweet, wrong and right, sad and happy, that kind of thing. It's a mixture. Let me give you an example. Suppose the palmist tells you, see Mr. X or Y or Z, I find from your palm that you are a kind man, but if someone breaks your trust, you get upset, you get angry, and you do not forgive that man. This is applicable to everybody because here there is a mixture of thoughts. You are a kind man, but you do not believe somebody. You get upset. You do not forgive a man. How you are kind and you are not forgiving? That means this is applicable, that is applicable. This is called rainbow reading. Then another reading or the technique that the palmist apply, that is called shotgunning. Gun, gun is fitted or loaded or equipped with so many projectiles. If you fire, then one or two or many or at least one projectile will hit the target. Similarly, the palmist, when they apply this shotgunning technique, that means they make utterances or statement or prediction in such a manner so that it will hit you. It will hit the target. You get satisfied. Let me give you one example. Suppose a palmist says, Mr. So and so, in your family I can find there is a father figure who is suffering from heart problem. You need to take care of him, or otherwise something very fatal will happen. You get captured, you get caught in the trap set by this palmist. What he uttered? He uttered father figure. Instead of questioning that palmist, you started searching who is that father figure in your family or in your extended family or in your in-laws. There must be a father figure. It may be a father, it may be your grandfather, it may be your in-law, it may be your uncle. Whosoever must be an old man, and an old man must be having a heart problem. This is a common thing. But instead of challenging that palmist, you started accepting what he said and started relating, relocating, finding that man in your family. So you get satisfied when you find some old man in your family or extended family. This is called shotgunning. There is another technique called Barnuming. This Barnum effect is named after philosopher Barnum, who said that some statements are applicable to one and all. Like, suppose the palmist says, Mr. So and so, I read your palm and I found that there are bumps on your palm, crisscross lines on your palm. That means you have many ups and downs in your life. There are so many accidents inevitable in your life. Sometimes you are getting optimistic, sometimes you are getting pessimistic, sometimes you are getting sad, sometimes you are getting happy. Clear? Whose palm is like marble flat? Every palm has some ups and downs. But you see, we thought that this gentleman palmist is very intelligent to tell about the ups and downs of your life, and we accept it. This is called Barnum effect. So the rationalists and the skeptics, they unearth, find out the mystery in palmistry by pointing out these techniques of the tricks of the trade of the palmist, and they say palmistry is a pseudo science. Now we will go to the third part. Okay, third part about the science promoting pseudoscience. How? In Chennai, one incident happened. What is that? Some years back, one study was conducted to test the knowledge of the palmist. 3 or 4 hands were photographed, videographed, and were shown to the palmist. And you know, these palms were the palms of the dead persons lying in the postmortem chamber. But the palmist did not know. So all the palmists, those who had gathered for the test, they studied the palm, they studied the lines, and they predicted that this gentleman will live 70 years. But to the surprise of everyone, that man is dead and at the age of 40. Another hand was read, and the palmist predicted that this gentleman will meet an accident and die, but that man has died out of cancer. This is how the palmistry was tested under strict control of the doctor, police, and they were proved wrong. This is happened in Chennai. Second incident I'll tell you. That is a case in Japan. The Japanese, they are science lovers. One doctor is there, Mr. Takakai Matsuoka. He had opened one clinic, Triple L clinic. Triple L means Love, Life and Lock clinic. There is a tagline written on the signboard of that clinic. The tagline reads, "Your lock is not in your hands, it is in the hands of the doctors." How? Because that doctor, Mr. Matsuoka, is a plastic surgeon. He can change your lock, life and love. How? Through the plastic surgery. He uses an electric scalpel and does the plastic surgery and redraw the line of your heart line, head line, pet line, whatever. Correct? Now you tell me, if your lock is predetermined, it is a destiny, it cannot be denied, it cannot be changed, how the people are moving to the plastic surgeon to change their lock, to redesign, redetermine their destiny? This is happening. And you know, this plastic surgeon, Mr. Matsuoka, conducted 38 plastic surgery. And these are young guys. They came to him to, improve their lock, to get a suitable partner in their life. And they did undertook this plastic surgery. Subsequently, when these young guys were questioned, some of them said in negative, some of them said in positive. And Dr. Matsuoka said, this is a placebo effect only. It has no relation with lock, logic or life. They just came, did it and get satisfaction, went. And the business is thriving. In Japan, a country which loves science very much. Correct? Why I said so? I said because people use science as a tool to promote pseudoscience, superstition. Third thing I'll tell you. It happened in Bangalore. One young guy, a BTech student, was moving from office to office in search of his employment. Was not having that, was not getting. Got frustrated. Coming back home. On the way, he met a horoscope man, a palmist. He went to him, showed his hands, and wanted to know what the future has stored for him. The palm reader read his hand and said, "See, gentleman, you are unemployed. But getting a job is very difficult. You have to work hard, Don't be disappointed. Try and try. Good. Fantastic prescription, prediction. The young man got satisfied. Okay, I'll now try. There is something. He became positive. Then he asked, what is your fee? The palmist said, 200. Minimum 200. This young guy was astonished. 2 minutes investment and 200 rupees fees. It's a fantastic business. Okay, he has no other option but to give. He gave 200, went away and started thinking, what a wonderful business this street man is having here. Went to his room and hit an idea. What is this idea? This idea is to design, develop and launch a portal on future telling, prediction, forecasting. He named it as knowyourfuture.com. Scan your palm, send it on the portal, get your result and pay online. It flourished and this gentleman became a palmistry entrepreneur. So we discussed history of palmistry, mystery in palmistry and how science is being misused to spread superstition or pseudoscience, that is palmistry. Thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. But before we leave, may I put you a simple question? The question is, what is your takeaway from this video? Please tell me, what did you learn from this video? The takeaway is, your luck is in your hands. It has two interpretations. Your luck is in your hands means two interpretations. That means it is in your hard work that your hands do. The second interpretation is the luck lies in the lines of your palm that the palmist interpret to you. Now you go this way or that way. Option is yours. Decision is yours. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll be coming with another video. Till then, goodbye. Namaskar.